Hello British Comedy Guide, I'm Jon Richardson. Feel free to watch this interview and then comment on how hilarious it was and how I've really changed the landscape of British comedy.
I really thought I could moonwalk in my life. It's another thing I've discovered in my 20s, I can't moonwalk. It looks like I've walked into a room, shit myself, and I'm trying to get out before anyone realises. Because it's simple to do, isn't it? You just look like you're walking forwards, but you're walking backwards. But I can't... I really thought I could do it. So I can't moonwalk. And now the only man who can teach me is dead.
I called my DVD Funny Magnet because of the hilarious expression fanny magnet. And fanny is one of those words that I think in my accent sounds worse than anyone else. I think the specific street I was born is mathematically perfect so that when I say the word fanny, it really upsets people. And when I say it 4 times in the same sentence, then they really don't want to hear me say fanny anymore. But fanny magnets are what men who attract women are, and since I don't attract women, but I am a comedian, I hilariously reversed it. And no one gets it. So I just frequently get asked what's so funny about magnets. And then I say fanny. Well, I like to talk about things on stage that are the same for everyone. So like having to constantly tidy your house and know that as soon as you've finished it, it's just going to get dirty again. And yet it's a cycle that you just will have to continue for the rest of your life. That level of ennui and depression really taps into something that I find hilarious. Washing bean pans and just thinking for the rest of my life I'm going to have to put my hand in tepid water that's got that little slightly thicker bit of tomato juice because you've had it on the pan and it's boiled down. That, I just... Because if I talked about the things that in my life that aren't the same as everyone's, like, you know, just getting in limos all the time and having all-night orgies, this new drug that we've got called Nimble, it's really amazing. But I mean, I can't talk about all that stuff because people don't know about it, so I pretend to be this sort of frigid V-neck wearing stud.
And then we'll all be sat together and one of them will go, "Oh, I'm going to do the washing up." And over this gif and I have to watch them and I think, yeah, so am I. 5 minutes after you think you do. And I'd rather they didn't bother because I could just watch them doing it. It's like watching someone make love to my wife, but badly. You're not even damn going to have to do this again in a minute. It's got all your grubby prints all over it. But they look so happy when they do it. They look me in the eye and they go, "Hey, look what I'm doing, look what I'm doing." Yeah, I can see what you're doing. You're doing a baking tray when there's still wine glasses.
I laugh most at huge pictures of myself in cardigans that are perspectively shot so that it looks like I've got tiny legs. But I laugh so much that if I see one, I soil myself instantly and then I can't speak for 3 days. So I'm actually not allowed to, there's sort of a restraining order that I'm not allowed to be near one. Otherwise, terrible things will happen.
I apologise for using the term MILF. I wish I didn't know what it was, but I'm afraid I live in a generation where porn is just everywhere. It's just everywhere, and I'm not strong enough. I'm not saying... It's not like I watch a lot of porno. I hate myself for watching porn. I just can't resist because it's too easy for me. As a man, it's just too easy. I can type titties on a computer and titties come up. Instantly, titties, titties! I don't even have to spell it right. I can spell it wrong. And I go, "Did you mean titties?" Sorry, I only had one hand.
If you need a comical stocking filler, I would suggest a severed leg. Because when they come down in the morning, they'll think their stocking's really full. And gradually the sort of horror will dawn on them as they start unwrapping their stocking, that it's just a severed leg. And I mean, that really is the gift that keeps on giving. You know, where did you get it from? Why did you do this? Who are you? How did you get in my living room? These are all conversations to have over dinner. If you like funny DVDs, there's one out called Funny Magnet, which is a wordplay on fanny magnet. Yeah, there's a case for it, but I'm not allowed to look at it. That's why I'm banned from Asda. Clean up on aisle 3.